Anything to keep him amused. We're in the hallway just going back and forth. Whee! What you think about it? You tired? You tired? You tired, bud? Say, you tired? What? How? What you doing? You about to crawl on the bed? Huh? Where you going? What you doing? Got something you want to say to the people? Huh? Talk to him, baby. What you got to say? Say it's Saturday, January 23rd, 2021. Y'all, I had posted, I was trying to upload a video from Facebook because we had went live when we went out of town for New Year's, well, our staycation, and I couldn't figure out how to do it. So, yeah, we've been gone for a minute. I've been working on my book, being mommy, being wifey, being a nurse, being an entrepreneur, being all these things that I love. But I just wanted to get on here and tell y'all, hey, hope everyone's having a beautiful, beautiful Saturday, don't we, buddy? And say we got some great things coming 2021. See, mommy finishing up her book, daddy finishing up his second devotional / ebook. What else? He's finishing up his album. Got some real estate stuff popping off. Yeah, it's a lot going on in our life, but we love it. A lot of people say, you know, what all do y'all do? Because we see y'all do a lot. I think a lot of people get confused, you know, by so much that we do, from real estate to cooking, trying to have my consultation business, helping people eat healthy and get healthy overall. Me being a nurse, me being an entrepreneur in our real estate business. With my husband, him being an entrepreneur, him being an artist, an author, you know, we're mom and dad, first husband and wife, you know. So it's a lot of things that we do. So a lot of people can sometimes feel like, well, if you're doing that much, you're doing too much. Well, I beg to differ. If you're doing that much, you doing what you're supposed to be doing, as long as it's the right purpose that you are called for. I used to be very closed in. I used to think that I couldn't do but one thing. And then I met someone that shared with me some special knowledge. His name is Davon Nelson. He met me and he said, babe, you are more than a nurse. Now, what did I do? I first then got very upset. I got very offended. Me coming from a small town, you know, becoming accomplished, being a nurse, I thought that, you know, I had pretty much reached the top, the epitome of my career. And I remember telling myself, and I was okay with, I will work this job forever. I will be 75, slumped over, still pushing my medication cart to go give my patients medication. I thought that was it. I thought if I had, you know, the house with the picket fence type kind of dream, you know, for my life, plan vacations, things like that, we were living. I realized after meeting my husband, I was just existing. I thought if I'm a little bit better than what I came from, then I'm good. And, you know, that is a settling mindset. And we don't want to settle, do we, buddy? We don't want to settle. See, after having our son, you know, we realize like how much he does. He does different things. One minute he'll be jumping on the bed. The next minute he'll be rolling in the floor. The next minute he'll be like crawling, you know, around, playing around. The next minute he'll be, uh-oh, what is on my forehead? It's probably, I don't know, something he done put up on there. But the next minute he'll be he just does multiple things. With each new stage, he does different things. And so I didn't even realize that I was about to say this, but yeah, with each new stage in your life, that means each year, each chapter in your life, you should be getting better. You should be doing something different to better yourself. You don't have to totally change. Like, I'm still a nurse. I still do nursing things. But when he told me I was more than a nurse, I said, okay. Like, I was like, I said, I fought hard. I'm the first person in my family to really, graduate with a college degree, like a 4-year university degree, and then to go on to get my nursing degree. That was a big thing to me. So I thought that was it, Little did I know that was like just the crack of the beginning of what we would begin to be exposed to. So my reason for fast forwarding what I'm about to say is whenever, Gideon goes through a different stage of teething, of, a growth spurt, he adjusts and his body does different things, right? His body, his sleep patterns change. His whole way of talking changes. He's able to do more as he grows. It's the same way in our life. If you're doing the same thing that you were doing 3 years ago and you're okay with that, that's fine. But if you are struggling to get by paycheck to paycheck, you never have enough, you have passions in your heart, you have desires in your heart to do more, and you say, well, I just got to accept this because that's the way it is. Everybody can't be of that status. Everybody can't have that. I come to challenge you and say, yes, you can. If the desire is in your heart to have something, that's proof and indication, like my husband says, that you have everything inside of you already to get you there. The question is, are you willing to take a risk on yourself? Are you willing to bet on yourself? I'm always betting on me. I'm always betting on Davon Nelson. I'm always betting on the Nelsons, because one thing about us is we have jumped despite being afraid at times, despite not having all the money in the world, despite struggling. My son about fell off the bed. See? Doing new things. Taking risks. Sometimes it's going to be a little scary. But in the end, I'll always be here to catch him. Life is like a lot like that. Right, buddy? You won't never know what's out there until you try. You won't ever know what's out there until you begin to start to ask yourself, what was I made for? What passions do I have? What do I enjoy doing? It's important to examine yourself. For the past, really, maybe 2 or 3 years, I didn't even know I was on a search, but I've been challenged. I was challenged by my husband to figure out, because he asked me, he said, babe, what do you enjoy doing? What do you like to do? And y'all know I couldn't even tell him, because I was so wrapped up in being a nurse, taking care of everybody else's needs. A nurse is looked at, from where I'm from, or where I used to look at it from, a very, very prestige career. And it's such a valuable career and skill set. Not everybody can do it. And those that are still doing it, especially during this pandemic, it's because you're not there for the money. You're there for the people and to really help. Now, granted, the money is there. It's a career, that you risk your life every day to help other people. So you should be paid for that. Just like policemen, teachers, people, that have very influential positions, that really sacrifice themselves. They give a piece of themselves and oftentimes carry home that burden of, maybe that child not doing so well in school, or maybe that patient not doing so well and passing away on your shift, or a policeman maybe seeing someone hurting, entrepreneurs, carrying the load of, trying to provide for your family in a non-traditional way. Needless to say, you owe it to yourself to discover who you really are. Because this last 3 years, I've been travel nursing, right? Pretty much, I told my husband, leave corporate America. He gave me the go-ahead to live my dream and travel nurse. And watching our son, y'all. And in return, I was able to give him his dream of really, 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 really discovering what he wanted. He's an entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur, and has had multiple companies. Some all were learning experiences, and we have learned that nothing is a failure unless it's a failed opportunity, right? If you don't take an opportunity to do something, then you fail. But when you take an opportunity to do something, even if you don't think you might have did as good, or if you find out it's not something you want to do, at least you try. And it was a learning opportunity. It was a learn lesson, right? So nothing goes to waste. Why am I saying all of this? Honestly, I only got on here to play with my son and just show y'all how amazing it is just to be a mom of a little boy that's just so full of energy. But I guess it was on my heart to just inspire someone to say, live your dream. If you don't, it's okay if you need to take time. If you don't know, what you're passionate about because you've always been a servant, serving other people, doing things that other people want you to do, that's okay. That's okay. But it's going to come to a point where you might get burned out emotionally, mentally, physically, and you don't want to just be like, man, I ain't doing nothing for nobody else because nobody thought about me. Don't play the victim role. Take your power back and really go on a self-discovery. I didn't really realize that I was kind of secondary to my career. I wasn't putting me first. I wasn't meditating. I wasn't having my prayer life, my prayer time. I had pretty much become, mom, new mom, wife, and all these things. But I didn't realize that it was something still missing. And it was that self-care portion. It was that piece of, knowing I'm doing something that I enjoy. And so I had, within myself, I was like, God, before I was the type that, if it didn't go my way, if I skipped one day writing in my journal, I ain't doing it no more. I done messed up. And one thing we have to stop doing is judging ourselves. Every day is new. So you can start fresh every day. Yesterday might not have, yesterday might just have been a super busy day. We moms, we're dads out here, we have lives, but never get too busy for you. So I didn't mean to be on here too long, but find what you're passionate about and go for it. I'm 34, and I'm so proud of myself, y'all. I have finally found my passion. I have multiple ones. When he asked me now, babe, what do you love to do? I love to cook. So I'm writing a cookbook, right? I love to help people. So I'm running a very passive consultation business where I'm helping people get their eating right, getting their health back. Health is wealth these days. Everybody out here trying to protect themselves from the coronavirus from the outside in. Y'all better be protecting yourself from the inside out. It starts with nutrition. I'm telling you, it starts with nutrition. I'm not saying that you will be exempt from anything, but I'm saying your body will be prepared to fight should something were to try to attack it. So yeah, I'm helping people do that. I'm helping travel nurses start with traveling because I love traveling. That was like my bucket list type thing, and here I am living one of my bucket list things, one of my dreams. I'm helping nurses get certified in a CPR, ACLS. I am branding myself. And I'm helping my husband build our real estate business. So by investing in single family homes, multifamily units, investing in mobile homes, investing in just land, and so I said all that to say, don't short yourself. Don't settle just to say I have my nice house, my nice car, but then you still pay your bills like anybody else. You don't have any assets. Everything is a liability. You don't have anything to pass down to your family, but you riding nice though. And when you die, they probably gonna come get that car back because ain't nobody gonna have it. Ain't nobody gonna be able to afford it. Ain't nobody gonna have it in their name from you because you never paid it off. We are working to create generational wealth. I'm not saying everybody has that mindset. I know it's naive to think everybody will, but it would be beyond me not to at least encourage you to find out what you're passionate about. You might not intend to make it a business, but sometimes whenever you start something that you're passionate about, it typically, when you're really passionate about it, it will become a business. They say that saying, I am a businessman. I am a businessman. I am. Like, we are all created to do great things. Don't die full. Die empty. Don't die with your dreams on the inside of you. And that's one thing I can say. I'm 34. I cannot say I wish we would have. I can't say that, because everything we wanted to do, it might have took us a little time. Hence, coming to Arizona, I wasn't ready. I was like, babe, Arizona on assignment? What? I'll do Virginia. It's close to home. It's close to comfort. I'll do Tennessee. It's close to home. Georgia, North Carolina, that's fine. 28 hours away. Needless to say, finding out we didn't know we could have kids, y'all. Finding out we could have a child. Finding out we was pregnant a month after getting to Arizona. And then deciding, do we stay or do we go? I just had started out here. My husband pretty much had just left corporate America, figuring out our business lifestyle that we wanted to live, trying to get the education and research. What do we really want to do? And then we got pregnant. What a miracle. But with that came tough decisions. Do we go back to where we're comfortable? Do we go back to the ordinary? You know, knowing that we had a very uncommon dream, you know, and sometimes your dream will make you uncomfortable. And like we like to say, you got to get comfortable with doing the uncomfortable, because that's where your breakthrough lies. That's where things are gonna just be beyond your wildest dreams. And I feel like this year, like it's January, and I've chose to walk in my passions and walk in my purpose. And me and Babe just had a talk just a little bit ago when he got back in from work, which he worked for himself. But we was talking, I was telling him, I said, babe, I feel like now that both of us believe in us, and it's not like one person all in believing, like we businesses. We got businesses, man. And then one person's mentality is like, you know, nah, I gotta still go to work. I gotta still grind. I gotta grind to have. But then you find yourself short changing your family. You know, now that both of us are on that same mindset, that it's okay to still work, but have a plan. If work cuts you out, if they say, peace, we don't need you, it's a pandemic, have a plan, right? Have a plan. It's every man for himself out here. Unfortunately, it's like that. Now, we not like that. That's not our mentality. Our mentality is to share this knowledge with the people, so that way you won't be caught off guard. I think 2020 has caused a lot of us to say, hey, what am I doing? If it's not something essential, you have the potential. And even if it is, you still, nurses, yes, me even, we was getting called off because everybody was staying at home. There was no patients to take care of at one point. We was getting called off every week, right? Everybody's pocketbook and wallet got affected. So nobody's exempt. So have a plan. Search your passions out. Research how to get started. Honestly, a journey of 1,000 miles only begins with one step. If you take that step towards your dreams and your goals, anything can happen. You never know until you start. So y'all, I got food all up under my nails. Y'all, when you feed your baby and then you pick up after him, that, y'all, it's just a part of it. So this is real life. This is my husband got me this for Christmas. It's my little towel set. I haven't washed my hair, but I was like, I'm definitely not going to do a video with my hair looking like how it was. It needed an intervention. But anyway, I hope somebody's gotten inspired. Yeah, I don't know. This was on my heart because it's the time.